New tonight at 5, 2 women on Dyess Air Force Base arrested and now facing child endangerment charges. A slain ex-Navy SEAL is remembered as a man, a myth, and a legend. Tucked away behind smokestacks and water tanks, this area of Bodark Street in Abilene was expected to become highly industrialized. You can look right here. We've created a 4 feet wide circle out of rocks here, and that is the width of the well. And a couple of trials happening in the big country this week. Coming up on 6:02 now, here's a look at your top stories. Police are investigating yet another home burglary. Your average busy New Year shopping day here at the mall until around 4:30 when a woman inside called police and told them she'd been sexually assaulted. Possibly some life-threatening injuries. He's been taken to Hendrick Medical Center to receive treatment. In 2 weeks, there will be thousands of these crawling around the Coliseum if you are brave enough. And investigators weren't expected to say much at that news conference earlier today, but they certainly answered a lot of questions.
Our Katie Thompson's been covering breaking news across town today. She was at a raid this morning when APD took evidence from the CPS building. Katie has details on where the investigation stands.
The death of this baby girl has spawned a criminal investigation into Abilene's Child Protective Services. Police believe employees may have tampered with important documents in a case that ultimately left a 22-month-old baby dead.
This investigation stems from the refusal of certain CPS supervisors to cooperate with the Abilene Police Department regarding the Tamron Kaplik death investigation.
Tamron Kaplik was found dead in her crib in late August after suffering severe neglect from her 22-year-old mother, Tiffany Kaplik, the spouse of a Dyess airman who, at the time, was serving overseas. Kaplik is accused of leaving her daughter in soiled bedsheets to die. Abilene police officers were the first to respond to the home where Tamron was found. Chief Standridge says his department became suspicious about Abilene's CPS involvement within hours of the discovery.
The department had probable cause to suggest that documents and electronic media exist to support the continued investigation of tampering.
Investigators later found out just 6 days prior to the toddler's death, a CPS employee had quickly and quietly closed an 11-month investigation into Tamron and her family. Our cameras were rolling as about a dozen detectives searched the local office, carrying what appeared to be documents and papers into unmarked police cars.
Early evidence would suggest that some of this conduct pre-existed the Kaplik investigation. Clearly, the documents that were recovered today pursuant to the search warrant will shed more light on that question.
Abilene police have named 3 local CPS supervisors as suspects, but so far no arrests have been made. After a thorough investigation is completed, they hope to present evidence to the district attorney for prosecution. In Abilene, Katie Thompson, KRBC News.
We come to you today praying that we'll find Haley, praying that you'll give us strength, along with her friends, to keep going.
2 years since the day she went missing. Hope is still alive for Haley Dunn.
This is where this innocent child last walked, and it's hard knowing that we are literally walking the steps that she last took.
For the second year in a row, searchers gathered to retrace what may have been the Colorado City teenager's last steps.
Praying that she'll come home. Praying that, she'll be safe, and wherever she's at, she's not hurt or nothing.
Dressed in flip-flops, which Haley was supposedly wearing that fateful day, they dropped rose petals. Orange, her favorite color.
We can do this. We can keep searching for her, and we can find her. So it's for us searchers, it's just kind of a rejuvenation of hope.
Hope that maybe one day Haley Dunn will take those same steps back home.
We want her home. We love her, and we all miss her.
If there is one weekend to visit Sweetwater, Texas, it's when the shake, rattle, and roll are at an all-time high.
That weekend, approximately 50,000 people come to Sweetwater just to see the rattlesnakes.
You missed that one?
Yes, rattlesnakes. The West Texas town is famous for its annual world's largest rattlesnake roundup.
dry piece of leather.
It started more than 50 years ago when a group of West Texas farmers realized the snakes were literally taking over.
If you've got more snakes than you've got people, you've got a problem.
At that time, little was known about these slithering creatures.
As the story goes, nobody knew what they were doing with rattlesnakes, but 55 years later, we've got pretty good at it.
They most definitely have. The 4-day event now includes everything from a parade to a pageant.
The roundup is an amazing thing. It's so much fun. You see things you don't see every day.
The roundup isn't just about the thousands of rattlesnakes that will be crawling around. It's also about collecting the venom, studying the snakes in order to save lives, and at the same time control the population.
They've got a drug on the market now that's derived from snake venom that can actually stop a heart attack or stroke in progress. So good things have come out from researching and being around rattlesnakes.
Pick that up like this. The process isn't easy. It takes a couple hundred snakes just to milk an ounce of venom.
We work on Roundup 365 days a year.
But the overall benefit to the community and to the medical world is unmatched. In Sweetwater, Katie Thompson, KRBC News.